switch that around. So I'm doing fairly well. Doing alright. I'm guaranteed, I think, my money back, which is like $3. Anyway, we got ourselves Raziek versus Syed. Syed, the Roy. He's got lots of warm up from me earlier, playing friendlies with him. The last time they played, Syed took it. It was actually quite close. I think it was game 5. But Syed did force Raziek off the Aegis onto Cloud. So we'll see how it's going, how it'll go this time. See if second verse is the same as the first verse. Raziek doing a really good job dancing around Syed's range, the range that he wants to play at. Just going in there when he's not comfortable, he shields or dashes back or neutral airs, just something safe to make sure that Syed won't be able to punish him for extending a little too far. And Syed, as you can see, Syed, he's just trying to find some way to worm his way into Aegis's zone without overextending himself. That's the tricky part with Roy. Roy, a very good character. I don't think anyone will ever disagree. Oh, good God. But the problem with Roy is that he can't really afford to play the spacing game because that's where his sour spots are. Like, he can still get them, and like it's better than nothing. But if he wants to win the game, then he needs to run up and punch you in the face just like that. What? And if you tend to get a little too antsy for the kill, like that probably would have killed. Aegis isn't super heavy. But if you go a little too hard in with that double-edged dance, then that's you know? You're getting called out for it, you're getting punished for it. Anyway, back to what's happening here. Syed still trying to find his way in. It was a good trump, but no follow-up, unfortunately. I don't think he was expecting it, either that or he misinputted his punish. Just run up smash. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes that's the play. And that should be... Oh no, he DI'd out. Excellently done by Raziek. Boing. Like I said, Raziek doing an excellent job staying out of the range that Roy wants to play at. Roy is super fast, he's super strong, but he wants to punch you in the head like that. And if he hits you with the sword, that's not what he wants, ironically enough. So there you go. Raziek fading back when he thought that it wasn't super safe to go in. But then again, you know, immediately after that he did run up smash, but it did work. Making sure to play mostly as Mithra in order to get the advantage before switching to Pyra, which is definitely the better thing to do, like in general, but especially against someone as fast as Roy, because Pyra is not going to contest Roy's speed. Let's just be real. She'll beat his range, for sure. Oh my god, what a hitbox. But when you want to like get a start on your opponent, like Raziek is only at 30%. When you want to get a start on your opponent, and you don't want them to get a start on you, like switching over and staying with Mithra, that's the play. You want to play evasive, just stay out of your opponent's effective range, do what you can. I wonder if he tried to fade in there, because that would have worked. Good air dodge in. Oops. Just barely managing to avoid these jabs, I guess, jab back airs. But unfortunately, he did get the mix-up with the neutral B Blair sword, blazing sword, whatever. Trade. So this is getting kind of scary. I mean, Raziek still has the lead, but it's only by 20%. As opposed to the lead that he had for pretty much the entire match up until this point. The forward air was definitely a little randy. Here oh no! Oh, what attack! And he attacked on stage? But yeah, you gotta be careful. As soon as you lose your advantage state with Pyra, you gotta switch back. That was an excellent falling up air. Delayed it just long enough for it to poke. This is tight. I mean, Roy is definitely closer to death. Yeah, there you go. That'll kill for sure. Roy was definitely closer to death than Aegis was, but Aegis was in oops percent. Get him close to the ledge with side B, and that would have killed for sure, you know? We got our bands. I can't hear them over the ambience of the room. They're going to Town and City. Smashville 2, the sequel. Let's do it again. So the stage width is about the same. Platforms are obviously a whole lot different. I guess the thinking is, there are two lines of thinking here that Syed could have been going for. The first is the different blast zones. Town and City's ceiling is a whole lot higher, but its walls are a little narrower, so in theory it should be easier for Roy to get the kills with F-tilt, side B, forward smash. Whereas Aegis, like Pyra in particular, she has a much easier time killing off the top than off the sides. So that would be one thing. Second is the platforms. He might have felt that the PS2 platforms were giving Pyra and Mithra too much cover for the spacing that I was pointing out earlier. Like, if Aegis, or rather if Raziek doesn't want to go in, then he can just butterfly his approaches, fade back with safe nairs, not really commit to anything. And the platforms really helped out with that. Whereas you can't really do that as much in Town and City, or you can't do that as much in Town and City because there are either no platforms or the platforms are widely spaced apart. And finally, the third most likely scenario is, this is just a comfort pick. So as you saw there, Aegis Raziek, he did get the down air into up tilt, or up air rather, and on Periods 2, that would have killed for sure. But Town and City's got a real big ceiling. Jab at it back air, that'll do it. Now this is a 2-stock deficit for Raziek. Yeah, he considered switching to Pyra to get for the kill because like Pyra could kill with just about anything at 146, but that's generally not the play. If you don't have advantage, then that's what you got to avoid. That was an excellent sequence right there. That put him back in for sure. As one thing that Roy, you gotta keep in mind with this character is that his recovery is not the greatest. I mean, it'll do the job just fine, but it's rather fragile, similar to Aegis. If you hit him without his jump, then yeah, that's probably it. Yeah. Oh no, just barely. He's not going to get another one though. Another dancing blade, double-edged dance at the ledge like that's not going to do it for sure. Try and play center. Go back to what you were doing. Oh lord, go back to what you were doing. Yeah, just barely. That was an excellent reverse 3-stock. Holy cow! That play in the second stock, that was a good one. All right, so now he's changing bands. I heard that the first one was Town and City for sure. He's not going back to that. And he banned FD. I missed what band 2 was. Northern Cave. All right, so that's not too bad for Raziek. I don't know what the blast zone scenario is for Northern Cave. Everything that I was talking about earlier about the lack of platforms giving Aegis cover, that still applies here. However, this is also one of Raziek's comfort picks. Like, he likes coming here. So we'll see. Excellent string, yeah. There you go, just a solid finisher, 50%. You don't need to make it too crazy. I mean, like, realistically, he probably could have extended it, but sometimes you just got to know, you got to take the consistent stuff. It's not going to get you a whole lot more damage, but it's better to go for something consistent and just take what you can get rather than try and go for something riskier, unless you're down, of course, like what he did in game 2. Good tech read. And to down B for the swap rather than risk another tech scenario. Ooh, F tilt. Boing. Oh, no, he did an air dodge, which is probably the better move, yeah. Jab into forward air, but it didn't work. Oh, and he got the foresight, but he wasn't expecting it. Ooh, almost. That blazing end wouldn't have killed, but it would have gotten a lot of damage and it would have gotten stage control. Ow, yeah, that'll do it. Oh, damn. If he committed to it, then maybe. Yeah. Back throw into nothing, just going straight to the ledge, not messing with it. Trying for the swap to buy himself a little bit of time, but a little randy with that up B. So, forward smash will do it. So as Raziek demonstrated game 2, this is not a massive, massive deficit, but the tricky part is getting Roy to the ledge in a disadvantageous position in the first place. Side B, just do it. And, you know, capitalizing on it, because that's not easy to consistently do. But, you know, sometimes you don't even need to do that. Just outplay him. Your character is better, at least on stage, for sure. He's already closed this gap. And he's doing an excellent job. Holy mackerel. Raziek is doing an incredible job staying away from these Jair follow-ups, or jab follow-ups, I should say, into, like, jab into imagination. He's doing an excellent job staying out of the follow-ups range. He's still getting hit by the jab, of course. Up B, all right, when in doubt. Excellent follow-up by Syed. Jab into what? No. And just knock him to the ledge. Sometimes that's really all you need. Like, if you're not looking for the kill, which realistically he probably wasn't at 40%, whatever Aegis was at that down tilt by the time he got that down tilt. Like right there. Sometimes it's just enough to get him to the ledge and then pressure what's going to happen next. Forward air will eventually take it, yep. 86%, so that bonus that he managed to pick up in the previous stock is a bit gone. Oh wow, charge neutral B. Oh yeah, he was looking for the down air for sure. So you can actually see it here in Syed's movement, very, very slightly. He's playing a little bit scared because he knows that it's the last stock, potentially his tournament stock. He wants to not get hit by something that's powerful enough to knock him off stage. He's moving a little, yeah, he's staying a little too much time in the air. Oh, spot dodge up tilt will do it, yeah. The uppercut. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Spot dodge and then whip out something. Alright, what's next? going to Battlefield. I think this stage is equally good for both characters. They both have up air juggles. Everything that Aegis can do, that Raziek has been doing with Aegis in order to like butterfly his approaches, as I described before. Roy can technically do that as well. His airspeed is good enough, but his neutral air is not quite as good as Mithra's for it. The bullet. Ooh. Would have been a hell of a play if it hit. Ow. Notice that he spends a lot of his recovery switching over to Pyro for the up B, which is, generally speaking, the better move. Roy has that down tilt, which would beat Mithra up B, because Mithra up B doesn't snap, right? So that's probably the big reason why he's swapping over to Pyro. Generally speaking, swapping over to Pyro for the recovery, yeah, that's one thing that you can do. Pyro up B does snap, it does reach higher. But after it, you're Pyro. And you want to not be that, especially because you're in disadvantage. You want to get off and switch to Mithra right away. So it's times like that when you're at that right distance where it will, or Mithra's will snap, where you want to be there. Or it's alright to be her while you recover. Forward smash, trade forward smash. Down tilt. And to nothing. It's probably better that that side B hit the stage rather than hit Syed. Because Pyro wouldn't have been able to make it back. Good tech. So this is the frustrating part as Aegis. Yeah. The frustrating part as Aegis, where your opponent is 140. You want to get the kill, and now you're getting a little horny for it. The best character that you want for it is Mithra, or rather Pyra. But Pyra, her movement is so slow, especially compared to Roy's. The hitbox shifting managed to dodge that grab. Oh, that was definitely a misinput. Yeah, this is super frustrating. There you go, finally, up air. He's at 77% though. This is not great extra credit that he wants his opponent to have. And the one time that, oh. That was a good follow-up to say its credit, yeah. Excellent read on the tech roll in for the up smash kill. Side B, oh, but he missed the last hit, come on now. For a move like that, it should at least work when you get the other hits. Keep him off with that forward air. And the forward smash, that'll take it. 35%, that's a pretty big bonus from what he was at the last stop, but he's still losing. And he missed the up B, but at least Syed didn't get the tech, so this punish was probably not as hard as it could have been. Oh Lord, tech roll in and that'll kill. Roy, man. Alright, going back to Battlefield. So we'll see. Will he stick with the Aegis? He is. Last week these two played. Syed had the similar situation where he was up 2-0 on Raziek against Raziek's Aegis, and then he swapped to Cloud for games 4 and 5. No, 3 and 4 and 5. And he managed to win games 3 and 4. So I was thinking like maybe the Cloud might come back in for this matchup, see if he can clean up this mess, as it were. As much of a mess it could have been from, like, you know, being up 2 games. But no, sticking with what he knows. And what he knows is 2 cute girls. That was frustrating. Falling up air, sweet spot up air. Jab into forward air. Yeah, back air would have killed for sure. That was a miss input. This is the tricky part. Dash attack finally gets him some breathing room, and then the down air, punishing that mistimed up B that missed the ledge. And then the, just jab into back air. Both of these characters are really good at juggling. Even Roy with, he might actually want soft spot up air at times when he wants his juggles, when he's specifically going for the juggle. Good spot dodge, rather good punish on the spot dodge. Raziek doing a good job maintaining control, holding onto the stage. He does lose control of neutral occasionally, but Syed hasn't been getting too much off of it up until this point. This is the scary part. You're in disadvantage against Roy. Forward smash will at least get some stage control. Yeah, do nothing. That's probably the better option there. This is super scary. Push him into blazing end, but didn't poke. And now, like, this is the tricky part. How do you get down against Roy? Oh. Oh. Yeah, this is it was a real good juggle from Syed. Got him up to 40%. This is great extra credit. And this should be a kill from Pyra, yep. Okay, so here it is, game time. Syed with a 40%, just a little bit of extra credit. That's not gonna kill. But Raziek has oopsied Syed several times through this set so far. He's just got to do it again, but it's not looking like Syed. He just wants to hold center, do what Raziek was doing in game one. Just hold center and just butterfly his approaches. Don't do anything too crazy. There you go. Yeah, that was a good shield pressure. Got him 30%. This is one of the tricky things with no forward air. One of the tricky things with Pyra, or rather Mithra, is that she's real fast, which is like good, but she's also difficult to control. Her sword is short. Oh Lord, forward air. Yeah, just a little too early. Pyra slightly heavier, should be able to survive a little bit longer. Neutral air. Oh! Oh yeah, the up throw. Oof.